So why don't you just start by just introducing, let me get this again really quick, introducing yourself, like just who you are, what is your business, and what was the origin of it and how it got started?
Okay. Okay, my name is Kathryn Wollman. I am the founder of Empower Wellness here in Sycamore, Illinois. I'm a registered nurse, a wife, and a mother to 5 children. I've been in the medical field for close to 25 years now. I'm aging myself there, but and I have over a decade of ICU experience. So that was kind of the last place I was at during COVID, and had my last child during that time. And then I kind of walked away from corporate healthcare in October of 2021. I thought I would be there forever. I really loved what I did and felt called to serve in that manner. And I just was going to stay home with my children, and realized pretty quickly that I'm not so good at that. And I really missed that type of service. I'd been a mom and been in healthcare since I was, for a lot longer. I'm sorry, I misspoke. You can edit that. I've been a nurse a lot longer and in healthcare than I had been a wife or a mother. And so it was like just the core piece of who I am. But I really didn't want working nights and holidays and weekends and just the emotional kind of strain that I was going through with corporate healthcare to affect my family the way it was anymore. It was affecting me and then in turn affecting my family. So I just kind of stepped away from it all, felt being called to just leave that and discover something new. So I thought I'd stay home, but quickly realized I'm not good at that, and I was missing serving others. And I had always worked we live out in a small kind of farming community in the cornfield. There is a university the next town over, but Sycamore itself is only about 17,000 people. I just really felt the pull to do something close to home. I had always commuted and worked like 45 minutes away, kind of more in the suburbs of Chicago. And so I was really just started researching, like, what can I do to help people stay healthy and stay well and stay out of the ICU, a total 180 from what I had done in the past with the level of care I provided. And so I just started researching and what can I do within my means as a registered nurse, and came across IV hydration and vitamin therapy. My kind of wellness journey started when I had my first child about 12 years ago with using essential oils. And I felt really empowered to be able to take care of my kids within my own means and not have to run kind of to the doctor for every little ailment all the time, and also just supporting them and keeping them healthy. And so that's kind of how I shifted a little bit more to the natural wellness world, and just learned as I went. And I always would try some sort of essential oil, knowing that the medicine was there if I needed it, but surprisingly, everything always helped. And so my eyes were just kind of open to a whole different world. Nothing I knew anything about, but once I had this tiny little human in front of me, I was just like, what am I putting in it? And what are you doing to, like, I just started kind of questioning things a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I felt really empowered as a mother to be able to take care of my kids mostly on my own. Obviously we've had accidents and things where emergency medicine has been, a huge blessing, but I feel like there's room for both.
Yes.
So that's kind of my own personal starting point into it. And then, so we have I opened Empower Wellness just because I can't sit still, and help the local community. So we kind of focus on cellular health, like the basic building blocks. And if we feel like if we can nurture and provide what our basic cells need, we can improve overall health. So we opened in January of 23. So we've been open for about 2.5 years now. We first started with IV hydration, vitamin therapy, vitamin shots, and then we have a full body red light therapy bed. So again, kind of the basic building blocks. We need hydration, we need vitamins and minerals, and we need light energy. So we're starting like really basic.
Basic.
New in a small community. A lot of people hadn't heard about it, so there's definitely an education piece to it because it is different than kind of conventional healthcare. And one of my friends, Shelby, helped me open the business. That'll help me make my website and kind of start everything from the ground up. Obviously, we worked for like a year together before we opened, so we'd meet at the library or have our kids play, and we'd like work on things.
Yeah.
And she knows you, and we were looking for. We do have kind of like offer natural health and wellness products, a little bit of a storefront. I wouldn't say a lot of people walk in for that, but we know that the services that we offer are not for everyone. People don't like so we try to have a variety of services and products and just meet people wherever they at on their wellness journey and where they're comfortable.
Yeah.
And we also wanted to have surface products for children because a lot of what we do is 18 and older.
Yeah.
So she knew you and introduced me to your business and to your and so we've had you on our shelves at Elderberry Co. since we opened. We also, so I would say, the elderberry syrup, all of the nurses and everyone that works here, we all use personally with ourselves and our children. The elderberry gummies, the collagen and biotin gummies are like a fan favorite.
Yes, they usually are, yeah.
They're literally my dessert after dinner. They replace dessert.
They help kind of like that sweet tooth at the end of the day. It's like,
they taste
satisfies it without me eating a whole mug of ice cream.
Yeah, that's definitely my go-to. We also have your herbal teas, and we sell them both on the shelf, but then we also, our clients, we have a complimentary here for our clients while they're getting infusions. It can get a little cold with the room temperature fluids infusing, and so they love to sip on the worm tea as they're dripping. And then we have your elderberry honey straws and things like that kind of in place here, just as kind of complimentary options that people really love. So we just felt like your products were very clean, natural, and again, kind of all age groups, we like that component, and just align well with kind of like our natural health products that we have and offer for the community.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like, there's like probably 10 things you said that just, it's amazing the smallness of our world, even though you're in Illinois, we're in Indiana, and different, states, but similar circles. But then also your story aligns so much with not only my story, but just what I've built here and what our team is about, of just that healthy families, happy families, and helping families be healthy and active so they don't have to miss a beat. And mine's similar to you. Like, I didn't really pay that much attention to what I'm putting in and on my body until I had a little one that I'm putting stuff in and on their bodies. And so I think that a lot of our customers, and I imagine a lot of your customers too, have that same heart of what am I doing here? And wanting to feel empowered to not have to run to the doctor with every ailment. And essential oils, I feel like, is a huge one for that. And then these services that you guys provide, and then, supplementing them with the products that you can find from, our business, other businesses, that really just help families actually live life to their fullest.
Right. Yeah. And we've expanded our services since then, and we've expanded the products on our shelves as well.
Yeah.
You kind of Smith Farm. We work with them, like, love their magnesium.
Oh my gosh.
Hello. Like, again, all that, like you said, those circles of like Minnesota, and kind of, you find your people. And we, now we offer other services. We've gotten into like mechanical compression boots. We do ionic detox foot baths. We have a couple new machines, Sculpt Neo and Zello, which again, just natural options, for living your best life, like you said.
Yes.
I think that's kind of the ultimate goal. And just like I said, having a variety to meet people wherever they're at on their wellness journey, because we're all at different places. And I understand that because I'm still on mine.
That's awesome. Well, share with me, like, what are some lessons you've learned in your journey as a business owner and even as a mom, and balancing the two? You know, a lot of our customers, you know, may have businesses of their own and are moms, and just juggling the two isn't an easy feat. What are some lessons that you've learned along the way?
I've learned so many lessons along the way. I kind of, when we opened, I set some boundaries. My youngest one was, you know, still in preschool, and I had her there's still somebody at home. So we are only open 3 days a week currently. So that's kind of one boundary that I set up, which I struggled with a lot in the first year, because I'm a nurse. My background is in nursing and science, and I know nothing about owning a business.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of lessons learned as far as, you know, the business side of things. The nursing part comes naturally.
Yeah.
The rest doesn't. I think my biggest struggle personally, just with my personality, was the whole social media thing. I don't do a lot of that personally. I'm a bit kind of shy, introverted person, like to talk one-on-one and, you know, take care of people one-on-one, but that social media presence has been tough for me. And also, like, going out on foot and trying to talk with other business owners. Like I said, we're in a small community here, and so the whole business marketing side was hard for me, and I had to grow a lot in being comfortable, even, you know, approaching people, I guess, would be the thing. Like, I just struggle with that personally. So that's an ongoing learning curve and an ongoing battle. And I think you know, knowing that, you know, doing your best is okay, because everybody would be like, you need to do this and you need to do that, and I'm like, but I don't know how, or I'm not comfortable, you know. Just kind of, for me, focusing back on like the core of the services and the core of our products.
Yeah.
Ensuring that when clients are here with us, they have the best experience possible. They feel seen and heard. We kind of have an open concept where, you know, people are in recliner chairs, and they've kind of found their own community, because you have 45 minutes to an hour as your IV is infusing, and they start talking with each other, and I'm talking with them the whole time. We're just talking as a group. Yeah. And you learn more from them every day. Yeah. And we kind of created just this wellness community where people are with other like-minded individuals, you know, for the most part. We also host different like educational class. Like, education is core to nursing, and it's core to everything here. Like I said, a lot of what we offer isn't well known. Yeah. So we do different educational events, and really trying to get involved in the community events, you know, the Chamber of Commerce and all that. We have like downtown walks and things in different times of the year, and just being present in the community, I think, was something I had to get more comfortable with and kind of come out of my shell, being okay.
Yes. Yes.
Situations.
Yes.
I think that's my biggest struggle and the biggest learning curve. And like the first year, I tried to do everything. I tried to host a bunch of events just to get people like in the door so that I could introduce the services.
Sure.
So I kind of didn't balance that well with home in the first year. And then I had to take a step back and, you know like, okay, I did all of that the first year. I'm not as present at home as I need to be. And so I decided to kind of step back and not do as many events, or be a little more picky and choosy in what I participate in, and focus more like on the clients that are here when they're here, because word of mouth and third party validation seems to be more than any marketing could do, especially in a smaller community.
Yeah. They're going to tell their friends, they're going to tell their families of the positive experiences they've had with you and the impact you've had on their wellness. And that's
and I kind of had to go, but I get so wrapped up in all the lists and all the things and everything you have to do, but I had to remind myself like the why of why this why Empower Wellness even started. Like, I told myself back then, if I can just help one person, then it's worth it. Like,
worth it. That's incredible.
You know, and because that was the service that I missed of being a nurse, you know. And so again, we kind of we adjusted our hours a little bit so that we could be a little bit more present at home. And you know, we're a small business. We only have, what do we have? There's 4 of us that work here, and we're all moms to 3 or more children. And so we just always remind each other that has to come first. And you know, our regular clients completely understand that, and don't seem to mind if we have to close early to get to a basketball game, you know, this night, or you know, that kind of stuff. And as my children grow and they're all up at school and I can be here more, then I will. But for now, it's just kind of that balance. And that was like a big reason why I left work too, because I was missing holidays and I was missing school events, and I was, you know, working at night and sleeping during the day and never getting enough sleep. So I just wasn't, you know, a good version of myself anymore.
Oh my gosh, I understand that so much. Kathryn, your story is so not only inspiring, but it's just like, it speaks to me, and I know already, like when you share it, it speaks to anyone, you know, and whatever snippet from your story they can connect with. It's just amazing, and it's incredible what you've built. It's incredible that you've set the path that you have for yourself and your family, and then what you're sharing in the community is so needed. I'm super thankful that our circles crossed in the way they did. I think it's so fun. It's so fun to me. But
you're definitely inspiration to me as you juggle everything, literally
juggling everything. I know.
And the quality of your products, and you're continuously expanding and bringing in new products, and we're always excited when we can introduce them to our clients as well. And we appreciate, like I said, having you be present here at Empower Wellness.
We appreciate you putting our products in your shop. I mean, it's everything to us to be able to share our products, share our mission statement and our passion with others. And we can't do it without boutiques and shops and people like you that are like-minded and wanting to share just a different way to do wellness. And I just love it. I think it's so cool. So it's great to put a face with a name. Seriously.
Oh yeah, I still finally meet you.
I know. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I hope we'll for sure be in touch.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, thanks, Kathryn.
Bye-bye.